Hi everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered and building a quality build. So, finally continuing this playthrough. Oh god, I know. But yeah, I don't know, sometimes I just take a break from Dark Souls because I'm playing something else, like Sekiro at the moment, so Dark Souls falls a little bit short. But yeah, I often do find some satisfaction in going back and play just like for 20 or 40 minutes so I can get 1 or 2 episodes recorded, and then I have to wait a little bit until I really feel like I will be able to talk through 20 minutes of gameplay. Because yeah, there's not a lot to say about what we are doing right now. So we are just running through the Crystal Cave and take on our next boss. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I mean, we have upgraded our weapon. We are still working on our leveling, of course, that is still a thing. But I finally decided what I will do with the DLC and stuff. So I'm probably not going to run through the DLC in this playthrough. If you guys want me to, I will do the first 2 bosses, I guess. The Sanctuary Guardian and Artorias, because these 2 fights are actually quite enjoyable. And I wouldn't mind to do them before we take on Gwyn. But that depends on you guys. If you do want to see that, let me know. And I will do that. If you do not want to see that, then it's okay. I will just leave it out and focusing on finishing up the run through New Game. In case you are wondering, hey, will you do New Game Plus and New Game Plus 2 with this character? The answer is no. And here's why, right? The first playthrough I did in the remaster was with a quality build. So I have a quality build with the same equipment on soul level 125, pretty much decked out, with some PvP fights already done, which will give us a video for finishing up this series, so you guys can see what the build actually does when it's finished. So I think I will just record some PvP with the full build. And yeah, because New Game Plus and New Game Plus 2 are pretty much just speed runs. You just run through, kill the bosses that you need to beat, and the optional stuff you just do not bother, or only if you need to pick up something very, very special. Like a second Breath of the Gods if you're doing a faith build, or what else? If you want to be a Dark Moon Blade, so you go through the Covenant stuff, all these things. But since we do not have to do this, we will be a Dark Wraith, and I do have this soul level 125 char on the ready. I just think we will finish this with Gwyn and then move on to the fully fledged build. So I can share some PvP fights with you. I will mostly give you guys duels and maybe some invasions. I will have to see, because I like dueling a lot more. Yeah, a bit less chaotic, and most people who want to duel, they actually have a little bit of a codex, which is something I do enjoy. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. I always take the time to clear out those clams here in front of the boss fight. I had it happen once that one of them followed me into the boss fog, and that was a disaster. So yeah, I'd rather invest the time it takes to take them out. And if they do drop a perching stone, I'm all up for it. So yeah. As you can see, I get almost killed here. Was able to heal though, which was quite a nerve-wracking moment, to say the least. I was like, oh my god, I can't die to these clams. That would be too embarrassing. But happily, we managed to somehow bounce back. Oh, got him got wrecked a little bit more than I do remember, though. Oh yeah, they did drop a Perching Stone, which is absolutely awesome. So Perching Stone, in case you don't know what it does, it will free you from curses. So yeah, curse drops your HP bar in half, and with the Perching Stone you can revert that and get your full health bar back, which is awesome, because cursed is not a thing that you want to be honest. Everybody who was cursed once knows, oh my god, just don't. Don't let it happen. Or when it happens, cure it ASAP. Do not waste time. But yeah, with that, it is time to pick on Seath the Scaleless. You should wait with destroying the crystal until he is closer, because you do actually stun him when you do destroy this crystal. But other than that, the fight is pretty straightforward, I guess. I still manage to do some hiccups from time to time, but mostly as a melee build. You just want to run in close and get out before that attack comes in. Yeah. Stay mid-range-ish, and then run in for some damage and get back out. Running behind him is not that good of an idea, because as you can see, he turns really fast. The tail cut that you can do on this boss is very hard to pull off, and I didn't even went for it, to be honest. This attack in particular is pretty annoying because of the range, or the area that it covers with these crystals that come out of the... Are those crystals? I don't know. It could be. Whatever it is. It curses you, it damages you. Not a fun time to stand in there. But our Claymore is doing pretty decent job here. For over 400 damage is... I'm okay with that for a new character, absolutely. Of course, the higher your scaling stats go, the higher your damage output becomes, but with 2020, which is what we are now at Strength and Dex, this is a pretty decent damage output, which I do, as I said, enjoy quite a bit. Especially in PvE, it is not... your scaling is not that important, right? It's more important to have your weapon on plus 15 than to have your strength or dex or both on 40 already. So yeah, always focus on the upgrades first and worry about the scaling stats at the end. But that was the fight. Yeah, I was quite happy with it actually. Wasn't too bad. And we did get our bequeathed Lord Soul Shard. So we are one step closer to Gwyn and to the end of the game. Only thing left, though, is the Bed of Chaos, the 4th Lord Soul that we need. And I'm not looking forward to this fight, guys. I really don't. I hate the fight. So yeah, we invested a little bit into endurance. And some into vitality. We are closing in on these stats though, which is awesome. I then went ahead and repaired my stuff just because I can. Warped to Anorlando because I remembered, hey, I do have the Crystal Ember still in my inventory, and you can't give that to Andre, so you have to give it to the Giant Blacksmith, which is exactly what I have done here. Not that I will go ahead and make some of the crystal weapons, but I like to have the possibility, because if for whatever reason I will take this build out again, yeah, the possibility is open. I guess it doesn't matter too much since we will beat Gwyn and quit out at the New Game Plus, but yeah, I don't know. It's something that messes with my head. I want to get things done the way I want them to get done. I can't explain it. It's just I had the urge to get to him and give him the Ember, even if I knew that I wouldn't need it, but oh well, sometimes I tell you, sometimes you just have to do what you gotta do. That is all I have to say for that. But yeah, was looking at some special weapons if we could get something there, but not really, and we do not really need some of those. Maybe the Great Sword of Artorias could be a thing, but on the other hand, I like the Claymore. I do like it a lot. Yeah. So after that, we warped to the Undead Parish and visited Andre. We had the Divine Ember still. Was it the Divine Ember? Oh, the large Divine Ember. So yeah, gave him that as well. We don't need it, as I said. It's not a path, an upgrade path that we will pursue. But yeah, I just wanted him to have it. Sometimes I'm weird, guys, you know that. So I was looking through my weapons here a little bit. Thinking about if we should get a second weapon on the way. And I was thinking about the Gargoyle's Halberd for a second. Don't think I will use the Black Knight Halberd. Although, A, it's a beast weapon, and B, that we got the drop is extremely lucky. Well, I guess not that extreme, but still. I mean, every run that you do want to pick it up, you will not get it. That's just how it goes, right? And yeah, so I was looking for through the bonfires here, realized, oh yeah, that's right. When we killed Ceaseless Discharge, after the fight with Quelaag, we didn't rest at any bonfires there. So I was like, oh, right, I'm an idiot. Although it is convenient at the start to not rest and take a homeward bound back. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, because you have to run down to Blighttown, through the swamp, through Quelaag's domain, just to get to the Demon Ruins bonfire. Well, it's not that much of a run, right? But it's still something like, you could have just warped there if you did take the more footwork at the beginning. But hey, whatever. We are pretty much good to go. And yeah, so if you do summon Beatrice for the Moonlight Butterfly, I'm pretty sure after you returned from Anor Londo, her set will be here. Gave her the deep bow, or the proper bow, to pay our respect for this great helper. Fun little story on the side. Well, not on the side, it is Dark Souls related, but over the weekend I was running around with a new build. I just wanted to become a Sunbro again and run around with a mixture of a Dex and Faith build. For no apparent reason other than to be a Sunbro and have some jolly cooperation, right? So I jumped into the game, leveled my Faith to 15, and did 2 gargoyle fights as a friendly summon. That did lower the amount of Faith needed for joining up with the Sunbros. You do need 25 Faith, but every boss kill that you do as a Phantom will reduce that by 5, so 2 times 5 is 10, 25 minus 10 equals 15, so that's why you can level to 15 and get a Sunbro, become a Sunbro. Although you do need 20 Faith to cast the Lightning Spear that you do get for joining with them, but that's something that you can work on later on. At least you do have the spell, right, and you have the golden summon sign. Why was I blocked there? Sometimes Blighttown is kicking my ass for no apparent reason, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, must have been some lousy collision or something over there. Yeah, so I was playing as a Sunbro, leveled him to level 30 throughout 2 or 3 hours max, just doing some co-op, and I was actually surprised how many people did summon me. So the game was pretty active over the weekend on the PS4. Don't know what it was exactly, but hey, I'll take it any day, man. I love it. I love the co-op elements of this game. I think it's a really, really great idea that you can summon people in to help you out. The whole concept behind the PvE and PvP in Dark Souls is still something that I really do like the thought of, right? How they implemented it is pretty genius as well, I'd say. But the idea itself is just such a great idea, truly coming from a mastermind. I can't believe how they figured that one out. I guess they did it in Demon Souls, right? Yeah, so huge respect again for From Software in this regard. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, that's right. We killed the fair lady because we wanted the Estus upgrade, right? Yeah. If I wouldn't have done that and rested at that bonfire, it would have spared me from walking all this way. But on the other hand, that was enough time to talk about the Sunbro action, so I guess it worked out in the end. So yeah. Still have our combustion there. Oh, that's right, on the soul level 125 jar, I actually forgot to get great combustion and upgrade my pyromancy flame. Oh well, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, so I went into human form here in preparation for the next episode, which I also have recorded, so I really have to do the commentary there. But for today, that is all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, take care. Bye!